and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears, that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion. That is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, the path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness by giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to demand you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand. To be there to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle, which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the 374th One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace. Here on Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the Public Teachings in English. My name is Rick Crammond, and I'll be your host once again in this weekly series of workshops. And once again, of course, we are joined with members of the Universal Council and support members, and they will be presenting today's show. So without further ado, allow me to get that ready here. And we will begin with, I believe, either Mark or Dean will be doing our introduction.
Go ahead, Dean.
Thank you, Mark. Welcome to the Universal Council meeting, this weekly meeting that is for each and every one of us to receive the knowledge of creation. And just those few words should communicate some deep understanding within the soul of man, within your structure, of the importance of the message and the beauty of the message that is being broadcast across the nations. For each and every soul to understand the beauty within and the fact that and the field strength that we as universal souls, as beings in physicality, are receiving creation or the creator's knowledge and wisdom and beauty in these broadcasts. And many of the knowledge seekers in the Universal Council present have devoted their, not just the physical body, they devoted their soul and are giving from their soul to the elevation of humanity and all the created creatures. And they're present continuously. Zero time communication. There is no space gap. It's instant communication, and it's on 24/7. Constantly. It's when we understand the beauty of the knowledge and we tap into it, we realize that these parts that we play, whether we are a president or a street worker, makes no difference when we start talking about the soul, because no one is higher and no one is lower. And then we start to communicate and understand on a different level. And we welcome you all to this beautiful knowledge, this one planet, one nation, one race that we say for justice and world peace. And that world peace starts when we control and end the war within inside ourselves. So that plasma, that understanding, that beauty, when you control, and it's not control, that's a man-made word that I say there. When we allow the soul to shine very brightly, we become very peaceful. There is nothing else but peace. And then this becomes the reality through the dimensions, the field strengths of being present as a soul of creation, through the creator, and just happen to be in a physical body or part of us on planet Earth. But to join the universal family, we need to have this peace within inside ourselves. Then, as Mr. Keshe said recently, we can conquer space. But there is no conquer, really. This is being part of the totality, and that is the beauty of the knowledge. So we welcome you all to this knowledge, and thank you for being present. It is an honor, a real honor for the souls that are listening to this, for you to be present, because we sense and we know whom you are, and we thank you for being present. Thank you very much. Mark, would you like to say anything else?
No, just very interesting times ahead, as we heard in the workshop, and everything's getting set up to reach the soul of the man. You wonder how it's going to be done, and the habits of the man. So we're all here delivering the promised knowledge, whether you realize it or not. You've been participating in the Thursday workshops, perhaps, and other ways, but we're all carrying a very small corner of a very large carpet. So we welcome you in this process. And again, exploring this energy dimension of ourselves. Thank you.
Next, we have the wishes. And I remind our attendees and people watching that we'll have a minute of silence following each wish to help with its implementation. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear Rick. Beautiful wishes, my dear beautiful soul, from the core of the heart and soul of every soul in existence. So, the purpose of the soul. We, the Universal Council, give through our soul all that is needed to understand the transmutation and transformation in beauty and totality.
Joseph has this wish.
Sorry. We, the Universal Council, give through our souls with a direct communication to all humanity and other entities.
And I have either Andreas or Marinez for this one, but I don't think either one are present. So,
Rick, I can read the wish.
Mernez is here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hello. We, the Universal Council, wish that mankind will understand in the coming time, like the KF with emotions of creation in the only manifesting full way to use, thank you, to use and expand all for any type of knowledge. For expand
That's
AI.
AI. Okay.
Yes, AI for any type of knowledge. That's our wish, and our wish is our command.
Stephane, you should be on this wish, but I don't believe she's here today.
Rick,
Dean?
I can read the wish. Yeah, I will read the wish. Okay. We, the Universal Council, create condition to elevate the souls of all Universal Council members to become one soul with the souls of the universal community. Forever lasting peace in the universe and beyond.
We, the Universal Council, give to create that condition of the promise of the Universal Council to feed our citizens.
We, the Universal Council, give freely from our soul to connect to leaders to all nations, work as one soul in one direction with Keshe Foundation to achieve peace in exchange for plasma technology as one nation, one planet, one race. Our wish is our command.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Beautiful wishes, my dear beautiful soul, from the core of our heart and soul. And I will sing some few words from a beautiful soul. How we walk with the broken speaks louder than how we sit with the truth. And that is what the plan of the soul. It always was, is, and will be. And the mother takes care of the weak more than ever. So, beautiful soul, in this soul realm, in the ethos of the soul, this is the way we work. And then we say to the soul, because the soul is beautiful, and in totality, we say, I love you, my soul. I live with you, and I love with you, and I adore you. Join the soul of man with the soul of physicality by speaking these words in this moment, dear beautiful soul. And see what the soul will give back to you as the mother gives the, you know, uh, well, as a mother I am, when the child wants something, mother, the mother takes and take care of that more than the child demands. And of course, the weakest. So, thank you. Thank you for adoring the soul, for living with the soul, my dear. Beautiful, beautiful soul. Now we can go to the next presentation. Beautiful wish. We, the universal, sorry, I apologize. We, the Universal Council, elevate the souls of the leaders to achieve permanent and lasting peace as part of the soul of peace and totality. Our wish is our command. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. The soul connection, my dear beautiful soul, as we are always connected. And we adore the soul, as Nisbet said, the soul of peace. So, the soul connection, and we will do this connection, we are always connected, because this is the purpose, to elevate all that is in existence, all living, life, love, peace in existence. To elevate from within, taking care of the ability of each and every soul. So, all souls deserve this. So, the soul connection I will do in Hindi, is India's national language. And of course, breathing, focusing on the breathing, taking the breathing in and breathing out. And that forms an alignment with the cosmos, with the mind, body, soul, heart. You can say anything with the Mother Earth. So, connecting every soul ever present. So, I'll start with Hindi, focusing on the breathing, and um, and it will be for 3 minutes after I talk, I say. So, thank you for being present always here, my dear. तो मैं यहाँ आरंभ करती हूँ आत्मा के उन्नयन के लिए, आत्मा के जुड़ाव के लिए, एक दूसरे की पहचान के लिए, एक दूसरे को प्यार करने के लिए, एक दूसरे से बंधे रहने के लिए, एक दूसरे को जानने के लिए, पूरी इंसानियत को का उन्नयन करने के लिए हम यहाँ आज उपस्थित हैं। और सबसे पहले हम श्वासों पर, अपने श्वास पर फोकस करेंगे, ध्यान देंगे, और यही ध्यान रहेगा हमारा कि हम इस ध्यान में उन सबको याद करें जिन्हें हमारी जरूरत है, जिन्हें हमारी सख्त जरूरत है, चाहे वो कहीं भी हो ब्रह्मांड में। तो आप सभी अगर हैं, कहीं भी हैं, आप एक बार कोशिश करिए कि आप अपना ध्यान अपने श्वासों पर लगाएं, और इसी तरह सांस लें धीरे से और उस पर ध्यान दें और सांस को बाहर निकालें। ये आपका लेना और देना, ये दोनों हो जाता है, जिसे हम अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं रिसीविंग एंड गिविंग। तो मैं ये शुरू करती हूँ। आप अपना ध्यान श्वासों पर लगाएं और फिर सब इंसानियत के लिए, पूरे ब्रह्मांड में जिन्हें हमारी जरूरत है, इस आत्मा के बंधन द्वारा, आत्मा के बोलने द्वारा हम एक दूसरे से अम, जुड़ते हैं। तो हमारी आत्मा का ये बंधन जो सदियों पुराना है, जो अमर है, वो शुरू होता है अभी। आप सभी का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और हम इस समय में, अभी जो समय था उसमें हमने अपने शाश्वत स्वरूप को निखारा और हम उस समय से बाहर आ गए। और आज का सत्र समाप्त होता है। Then, dear beautiful soul, in these 3 minutes of time, we became the timeless children, embracing soul communication, deserving each other. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Salam, namaste, salute.
And of course, this process is repeated on a daily basis until we reach a permanent peace on this planet. So every day at 9 p.m. Central European Time, you can join us on the energy dimension. And this is the dimension we're not familiar with, but we're practicing. And the beauty of this test and this practicing is that nobody fails it. And as we heard in the beginning, the Universal Council, if it's your wish to see peace, path of peace is made very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness. By giving, will create a position of change. And of course, I think we've already created many positions of change on this planet. As I said earlier, everything is getting set up, and now the Keshe Foundation technology is being recognized, it's being accepted as a breakthrough technology, at least in the last 24 hours from last Thursday. So we've had an impact. And of course, the technology will reach the other souls in a quite a profound way, as I see it, as well as the habits of the man. So we thank you for all of the participation you've done up to this point, and we encourage you to continue that, because this is a process in the energy dimension that you will carry with you as you transit from this planet, or when your energies actually leave at the final call or the final bell, as they say. So we're practicing this in so many ways to bring peace to this planet, yes, but also this is the way we will work in the energy dimension, that you may become more comfortable with it as you make that transition from the physicality into the energy dimension. So it has multiple ways. And if you feel you're not strong enough to give, pray for your own soul, that you elevate yourself, which is another one of these aspects. But as we played, I think it was last week, the 23rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop, the last 20 minutes of it, you can go and learn more about praying through your soul, or working with this new toy, this energy dimension. We always thought it was the physicality that made the difference, but now we know we're not dealing with the physicality so much, we're dealing with the energy level. And this is what's one of the things that's been hidden from mankind, that he is capable of working in this dimension. So join us, give a nanosecond of your life to world peace, and then expand it from there. We start with the small or from the bottom, and we'll build it up. So thank you in advance for continuing this process.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And next we have a video from an excerpt from the 576 Knowledge Seekers Workshop. And it's an invitation to be part of the Universal Council. So let me get that lined up here. And we'll begin.
There's something which I should have made announcement. As we are structuring in a new development of Keshe Foundation, is worldwide application and implication. As we set up the structure for Universal Council, a number of Universal Council members have become old and they reach the age of 60, and they served during the 60 years they are there till 61. They to run the functionality of the operation of the what we call energy dimension, the Universal Council members, if you want to become, please consider and let your soul decide of any languages around the world, as these will be announced very soon internationally. And we expect the souls to serve. And if it's from the knowledge seekers who understand the technology with dimension of the soul, you can apply for to be added to and become a member of the Universal Council. The Earth Council is appointed by the Keshe Foundation on the grounds of true structure of the nationality, understanding the culture that there is no prejudice by physical dimension of the borders. And so if you feel your soul is there to serve humanity in expansion and the growth of it, just apply for it at the Keshe Foundation or send the email to info@keshe.foundation, say I would like to be a member of the Universal Council. We receive this regularly, and now we going to expand this very rapidly due to what is to come and what is to be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear Rick. I would add
There's
that
something
please
which
do
I
join.
should have made announcements.
Sorry, it just repeated.
Oh, and I just wanted to say that, beautiful souls, please do join from the whole world, from wherever you are. The beauty is to join and to as we are serving humanity, please do join and be helpful to your community too. So from wherever end of the world, please do join the Universal Council support and Universal Council members. So please do join. And as we are all universal souls, that is easy for us to use. So thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Sweta. Next, we have the commandments.
Hello, we have reached today the 8th commandment. You shall not steal. And if we think about stealing, we know if you take something that belongs to somebody else, it's stealing. But we need to open up a little bit this stealing topic, because stealing might happen not only on matter state, it's also happening at transitional and higher energy state levels. So all three levels could receive a kind of stealing if we encounter the, let's call it, wrong behavior. We created our bodies at this planet Earth where we are not getting 100% of what we need. So we started to gain the approximately 20% that are missing in our energy balance, we are getting from food. And if we are eating, then it's not only eating meat, it's also everything we are eating is a kind of stealing. We take from a living being at meat, for example, or we consume the souls of the grains. It's everything the same. This habit we need because we want to live longer, and we're losing energy anyhow on this planet at the moment. But the Keshe Foundation has already very much of the knowledge to feed us on every level. So if you want to stop eating, then you have to find a solution to get the energy you need. And we have some products in the Keshe Foundation shop. And also this feeding on every level is integrated in the transmutation workshops. So there are options for those who want to change, who want to have more energy to give and are able to enter the next levels. if somebody is angry on somebody else, then he lowers with the anger his state, his energy state. And he directs it to the victim where he just takes the energy from him because he lowered himself, and he takes the energy from the other. This is also a way of stealing we have here at Humanity quite often. And it's also a kind of stealing, but it's on energy level. So if you think good, then you can nothing else but speak good. And then you can nothing else but act good. Give to the others and prevent yourself to steal. Because you don't need to lower your level. You can also do it different to gain a higher level. Just in peaceful interactions. Then also viruses are energy stealing. And we have solutions for everything. You only have to be ready to take the solutions and to go step by step on the way to the next levels. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph, my dear. Beautifully explained. You shall not steal. And this is the conduct. Because of this, humanity is suffering. We all are suffering. We all are like thieves, you know. And this is the way when we say about space, when we say about the beauty and totality, Keshe Foundation, Spaceship, Institute organization, we obviously eliminate hunger. And the hunger raises the stillness to steal, you know, to become thieves in all levels, in emotional level, in energy level. And the whole world will be in peace, in space, the space of beauty. So this is what we understand that we have to get out of this conduct that we shouldn't steal anymore, anything. Because of this, we were suffering, we are suffering. We can come out of this misery because as we are doing this, as in Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute organization, first we have to deplete this hunger in all ways. Hunger of power, hunger of damaging others, hunger of killing, hunger of all that shouldn't be in our real as a soul being, as a being of heart, beautiful heart. So I will say, you shall not steal. And in a way, this the ethos of Mitra works. Think good, act good, do good, be good, kind of good. And this goodness comes in levels, you know, levels. So please do that. I mean, we are doing in our way, understanding the way we were evolutionary prepared like this. But actually, in the soul realm, we are not like this. So don't be broken, dear beautiful soul. We can do as we wish for it. So we shall not steal anymore. And going to this space with this beauty, all will help us as creators. All will help us. All the world, all the environment, all that is, if we say so. There is a phrase in Hindi. जब आपको लगता है कि आप प्यार में हैं, तो पूरी कायनात आपका साथ देती है. When you feel that you are in love and peace, the whole condition, the whole cosmos gives you this help, this emotional feeling, this emotional love, so that you can remain like this forever. So, thank you so much.
And just to add, it seems like I recall Mr. Keshe telling us that everything that we give really is stolen. I give an apple to someone else and they're happy with it, but where did I get it? I took it from the apple tree, or I stole it from the apple tree. And of course, as he said, the biggest amount of stealing is we steal from our closest friend, who is the soul of the man. And I was just thinking that maybe, perhaps, because we're such takers, this displeases the soul, and rather than get on that line of giving. And of course, when you give pure fields from yourself, that's the only thing that's not been stolen from somewhere else, even though we don't see it as stealing. But I think this line of giving will please the soul more and embrace the soul. This is what Mr. Keshe was speaking about embracing the soul, and then you'll experience the joy of life. And what is the soul? A complete gentleman, a complete giver. So let's focus on that if we can, about stealing, and stealing from our closest friend, which is the soul of the man.
Well said, Mark. Is there any other comments on this commandment? Maybe I can just mention that this is number 7 of the commandments, or number 8, actually, isn't it? 5, 6, 7, 8, yes. Of the original 10 commandments of Moses, and that Mr. Keshe has added another, 14? I think is there 24 altogether? 22.
Yes.
Commandments to add to the original that he proposes were missing from the original 10 commandments of Moses. Whoops. So is there any other comment there? Okay.
Rick, it's Dean here. May I make a quick comment?
Yes.
So the commandments, and we know that humanity and many believers of Christianity and others have have conducted themselves to the testaments, and this is one of them: thou shalt not steal. And as Joseph so beautifully put forward for us to understand, stealing is not just direct stealing of a product or a physical item. Stealing can take the form of any exchange of energy, any exchange that we do within our thoughts, actions, and words. And if we just take, and there's the word take, if we just receive a moment now to understand our daily rituals and our daily experiences that we do in this moment, and you do constantly in this moment, and then just spare a moment to think about when you actually give to a situation or to an energy instead of receiving or taking from it. So when you were in your mother's womb and you received the love and care, when the father or the mother would put their head on the stomach of the woman and whisper love and care to the baby, and you received that energy in that moment, and then you are, as Mr. Keshe would say, you were when you were in the womb, you were a fish. You didn't breathe air. And then you go through the transmutation, you go through a physical transmutation of being born. And then you become air breathing. And a big gulp of air comes in. And in those moments, you're still very connected to the source, to the beauty of the essence of the knowledge of creation. And then we start to take toddler steps of understanding and experiences that shape our reality. And in the first instances, we are all pure. And we have that beauty among us, as I just said, with the creation still very evident within us. And then we gradually learn through our environment different aspects and different creations, different field strengths. And we gradually grow. And if the seed of intention, the seed of giving, is not to steal, is to give, then the whole of creation changes. And that creation point, seed, blooms into something very wonderful. When we take a step forward and we initiate to steal, either from ourselves or from another, and as Mark pointed out, the biggest stealing we do is from our soul. And this whole program starts and finishes in the moment that we realize what we do. And when we become aware of our stealing from ourselves, then it becomes very, very obvious that we start to give to the others and we start to receive. And as we know, the more we give, the more we receive. So this is the ethos of the creation, from a position that started from a beauty of giving, of understanding the love and care that we are, that is part of our structure within us. And then we stop the stealing. And when we contact and start to do like the Foundation is doing, like the Universal Council is doing, where they are daily talking with their soul, communicating, being present, then that stealing starts to become giving. And then by this nurturing of the giving, we become part of the soul. We align with the soul. And then those three wise men, as we know, that we've spoken about before, of thinking, speaking, and acting good, they come into alignment, and then we stop the stealing. And for me, this is a beauty of the understanding of the knowledge of creation. And it changes everything. It changed everything within my structure when I realized this. And yes, we go round on the path, ups and downs and sideways and all these things. But the realization of the beauty of the knowledge does touch your soul. Thank you all.
Next, we have the Q&A with the UC, as we call it, questions and answers with the Universal Council with Marie and Claudia. And we're on question number 2 now. get that set up here. And just bear with me a minute. Oh, this is not correct. Here we go. Okay, and we'll play the second question with Claudia and Marie.
So then we are on the second question. I'm following the teachings, but I want to understand more about transmutation. We know that when Jesus was resurrected and manifested again in physicality, he made the transmutation, but his knowledge and control was enough to come back in the same time, place, and position. I would like you to explain more about what Mr. Keshe says about this control to do the transmutation. Thank you.
Então agora vamos para a segunda pergunta. Estou acompanhando os ensinamentos, mas quero entender melhor sobre a transmutação. Sabemos que quando Jesus ressuscitou e voltou a se manifestar na fisicalidade, ele fez uma transmutação. Mas o conhecimento dele e controle era suficiente para voltar no mesmo tempo, lugar e posição. Gostaria que me explicasse melhor sobre o que o Sr. Keshe fala sobre esse controle para fazer a transmutação. Obrigado.
The first answer, to understand transmutation, we have to understand our manifestation first. We think the life we live is coincidental, every day the same, nothing special. Instead of understanding, we manifest ourselves every day. To change our appearance like Christ, we have to change the soul strength position in the time, place, and position we are in. That's how you can change the colors of your eyes, your body manifestation, or disbalances in the body, some call diseases. Our aura has all the information where our soul taps into, in combination with the inertia of the place where we manifest. By being humble, by living the ethos, by connecting on soul level, by understanding the true meaning of the Keshe Foundation, we understand why and how Mr. Keshe leads us with the device the Foundation makes, devices. It is to help our soul to reach that level of enlightenment. It is us who have chose this new soul position, field strength. Our thoughts becomes emotion, becoming positioning, becoming transmutation. Use the knowledge to the benefit of all.
Para entender a transmutação, precisamos primeiro entender nossa manifestação. Pensamos que a vida que vivemos é uma coincidência, todo dia mesmo, nada especial. Em vez de entender que nos manifestamos todos os dias, para mudar nossa aparência como Cristo fez, precisamos mudar o posicionamento da força da alma no tempo, lugar e posição em que estamos. É assim que você pode mudar a cor de seus olhos, sua manifestação corporal ou desequilíbrio no corpo, que chamamos de doenças. Nossa aura contém todas as informações com as quais nossa alma se conecta, em combinação com a inércia do local onde nos manifestamos. Ao ser humildes, ao viver o ethos, ao se conectar em nível de alma, ao compreender o verdadeiro significado da Fundação Keshe, entendemos por que o Sr. Keshe nos guia com os dispositivos que a Fundação cria. É para ajudar nossas almas a alcançar esse nível de iluminação. Somos nós que temos que escolher essa nova força de campo de posicionamento da alma. Nossos pensamentos se tornam emoções, se tornam posicionamentos, se tornam transmutação. Use o conhecimento para o benefício de todos.
And then we have another answer. In the intro of today, Mr. Keshe speaks about the emotions as controlling system for transmutation. You have to be at peace. Peace means balance of the fields. You need balance and peace between your soul of physicality and your soul of the man. That's where the emotions are created. The easiest way to get there is to live by the ethos of Mitra. You know, think good, speak good, do good. Then you will be ready for transmutation.
Na introdução de hoje, o Sr. Keshe fala sobre as emoções como um sistema de controle para a transmutação. Você precisa estar em paz. Paz significa equilíbrio dos campos. Você precisa de equilíbrio e paz entre sua alma da fisicalidade e sua alma do homem. É aí que as emoções são criadas. A maneira mais fácil de chegar lá é viver pelo ethos de Mitra. Você sabe. Pensar o bem, falar o bem, fazer o bem. Então você estará pronto para a transmutação.
And there is another answer. We created our physicality. We must remain aware of this physicality, controlled by the soul of physicality, and elevated to the energetic level of the soul of humankind through the correct emotions. We must be conscious and certain of what we want when we want it. Connection with the magnetic and gravitational fields of the environment allows us to determine where and how to transmute. Confidence, the certainty of what we do and why we do it. We must determine the exact place of arrival, controlling breathing and blood flow, and focusing directly on achieving this action.
Outra resposta é: nós criamos nossa fisicalidade. Devemos permanecer cientes dessa fisicalidade, controlada pela alma da fisicalidade, e elevá-la ao nível energético da alma da humanidade através das emoções corretas. Devemos estar cientes e certos do que queremos quando queremos. A conexão com os campos magnéticos e gravitacionais do ambiente nos permite determinar onde e como transmutar. Confiança, a certeza do que fazemos e por que fazemos. Devemos determinar o exato lugar de chegada, controlando a respiração e o fluxo sanguíneo e focando diretamente em alcançar essa ação.
And there's another answer. When you know what you are doing, you can do what you want. Knowledge is freedom. Be good, act good, do good. The answers you're looking for comes by practice.
Quando você sabe o que está fazendo, pode fazer o que quiser. O conhecimento é liberdade. Seja bom, faça o bem. A resposta que você procura vem pela prática.
So then we are on the third question.
And the third question, we'll wait until next week to have a listen to that. Thank you, Claudia and Maria. And that's from last Saturday's April 5th broadcast. I believe that's going to be the last one that they have as well. I think they're going to have a different format. Does anybody have any information on that?
Just waiting to see what the transmutation will be.
Okay, well, we will see, as they say. Let's carry on here to our next part. And we have Well, yes, Stephanie is here. Knowledge and understanding from the 585th Knowledge Seekers Workshop. And I will play our background video and music and so on there. Are you ready, Stephania?
Yes, thank you, Rick. Can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Sometimes here I go, okay. I even put a timer, see if I can make this in 14 minutes. I made a timer on my phone, so maybe you will hear the phone ringing. But I'm gonna try to do to summarize the 585 that it's the public workshop of last week. My name is Stefania, and I'm the Italian language representative of the Universal Council. It will be also Mark, I think. If I missed out anything, Mark, you can add it later. Yes, so the 585 workshop that was done last Thursday, you can find you can listen for free in YouTube. The recording is there. Here we go. Thank you, Rick. It was again another mind-blowing workshop. Really mind-blowing. Even I have to say, all the questions were also, and again, very important question in the second part as well. So listen the first part. It's very short. It's just an hour, and don't miss the break because it's what there is in the video in the screen now. Mr. Keshe is gonna talk about a video. Rick posted these videos. They are very important to listen for anyone who is into science and want to know how the universe work. And then there is the second part that there are, I think I count maybe 10 questions, all top. I will listen over and over. So I'm gonna try to give a summarize of what happened last Thursday. Obviously, it's what I understood, but you can listen to it in your own free time and see what you understand, and then we can share knowledge in this way. So last work, Mr. Keshe started by answering a very, very important question. The old question that we are asking to ourselves: why we're here for? Why we're on Earth? Which is our purpose to be born and to live here in planet Earth? Definitely, it's not going shopping, going working, and going to sleep, going to work. This is not why we're here. I'm sure you already figured out that. So Mr. Keshe started to say that so the important things is to understand how the life in the universe works and how the life is created. He also said that when we die, it doesn't finish here. Death is word we invented, but when we die, we actually are at the beginning of another cycle. So he said that there is a cycle into cycle into cycle. So when we die, we're gonna be part of a new cycle. So that's why it's a very, very important to understand what Mr. Keshe tried to do with his teaching. And he, from my understanding, what he's tried to do is to bring, he see the humankind being ready. He said that now we are gathering enough knowledge now, so we're becoming more and more intelligence. So now it's time to share the true knowledge. So it's time to really understand what's happening after we die. And so it go a lot into this. So that's why I recommend you to listen the first workshop. Because he said that they want, whoever came here to help us, they want to change the course of humankind. from this workshop, you will understand more how the universe works. So you said how the universe holds billions of galaxies, and how the galaxy holding billions of stars, how the star holding billions of planets, how the planets holds billions of life body like us, and how the body holds billions of cells and create the central control. He said you can see a repetitive pattern here. It's the micro macro is the same, but what is going to change now that by sharing the true knowledge and understanding how the structure, like the universe, or the solar system works, or the galaxy and the planet system works, then we're gonna have more control. We're gonna, as we understand more about the soul of the man and why the soul of the man is created, then we're gonna start to then learn how to control this energy that is inside of the soul of the man. And the purpose is to take responsibility for yourself. So spreading knowledge is about to make sure that you don't have excuses, that now you know why we're here, now you know how the universe works, now you know what's going to happen next. So then you can start to be more in control in the driving seat. He said, for example, in the first part, he said that the reason why the soul of the man has got this plasma energy within, he said that the soul of the man is part of the neurosystem of the universe. So that's why also we do the plasma connection, like we did now in the first part of this workshop. We do plasma connection. We practice every evening at 8 o'clock to connect again. We practice here once a week to connect, because he said, as I said in the first part, that we are part of the neuro connection of the universe. So we are all connected energetically. So we have to. So it's very important that because we are part of the nervous system of the universe, we cannot bring our bad habit of stealing. That's why we learn the commandment. We learn the commandment here, not because we are religion, but because it's very important, the ethics, because we have to lose the bad habit that we acquire here. So here we learn how to kill another animal, to feed ourselves. And apparently this bad habit has been they've been copied from other beings in the universe. So even them, they start to killing and get fed from another living being to survival. So this has to stop, because if we are going to be the nervous system of the universe, we need to create a perfect soul. We need to get rid of the bad habit, and we need to make sure that we got a perfect nervous system for the universe, so we can all live in harmony and stop killing each other and enjoy life. So this is more or less what I understood of the first part, and the main reason why we need to take responsibility of our action, and why it's very important that we learn how the universe works. And it's why we learn the commandment, so we know our conduct, so no stealing, because like Joseph say, even when you steal, it's when you're taking other people's life. So this is not good. So this was in short my explanation of the first part. But if you listen this hour of talk from Mr. Keshe, maybe you can gather more information and then share it with your friends and family and the Telegram groups. So then you go into the pause. So in the pause, he showed this beautiful video of the Rick put as a background. I really recommend you to listen that one too. I'm not gonna speak much about it because otherwise I will never make the 15 minutes. But I would recommend you. Anyway, the video is there. It's been there for a long time, so most of you already know about it. So I recommend you to go and listen, especially if you're a scientist or if you are physics, or if you want to know more about plasma technology. But after the pause, don't miss the question, because so Mr. Keshe, after he saw this video of himself of 15 years ago, he started to comment about the fusion technology, and how the fusion technology will never work, because the scientists, the plasma science of fusion technology, they just never understood what they have in front of their eyes, what they're really missing the points, because he's saying that it will never work, the fusion technology, because they don't use the plasma energy of the atom, but they actually focusing on the energy of the vibration of the atom. That is the reason why they're missing the point. And that is the reason why it will never work. So he stress even here gives us more knowledge on the importance to understand the plasma and plasma science. And it goes more into the differences between plasma science and the new physics and the physics that we know today, and why the plasma science can give you what you need at the point you need. He already said that they already made this machine. Is on the table, this machine, where from this machine you can get absolute everything you need, and this comes from understanding the plasma energy, how to use it. And he said, we don't create energy to boil. Here it really makes me laugh, because in one way it's true what he said, but I never thought about it. But when you listen, Mr. Keshe, you just laugh, because you think, oh my God, what we're doing. And he said that at the moment we use the energies to boiling water. And we just getting good or making better boiler water container to boil water, and but the energy that come from plasma, if understood, and if we understood that to use the energy of the atom, we can actually get not just clean energy, the very, very clean energy. Not like the false energy that is around now, like electric car. But I said that by understanding plasma science, we will be able to use a clean energy, and we'll be able to get from this energy absolutely everything, because we will be able to understood how to come from energy state to matter state, and from matter state to energy state. So we'll be able to materialize whatever we want at the point of need. So this is very, very important to understand, because this technology is already here. That's why I think he was looking for scientists. He's only keeping looking for scientists who have open-minded that can help to develop even further this technology. So he said that it's very important to understand plasma technology and the use of cosmic ray, and the use of the energy of the atom, and to know how the fields works. So cosmic ray, it's really a key for us. And it's where we need to learn also not how to make them out of nowhere. That is where the skills are. He said also that the cosmic ray are we well moved on by the dynamic system of the past, of the old teaching in the past year. Now with the cosmic ray, we created the static systems. So this is very important to understand as well. So he said everything is set to bring the change. So everything is set. So we just need to start. We just need to start to integrate the system, and and he said that the humankind really gonna make change when they really start to want him themselves. So when they start to say, okay, the knowledge is so advanced, so can I create now? So in this way, we're gonna make nuclear technology part of the past and obsolete, and even fusion technology. So all this is gonna be part of. Oh no, already 15 minutes, guys. Oh, I can't believe this. Okay, I'm gonna speed up. Sorry, I'm going to. I can't believe already past 15 minutes. Okay, so then there is the second question. The second question again was another mind-blowing question. Because it was about a knowledge seeker who asked about in case of traumatic emotion, if someone has got emotional trauma, which are the best guns to use? And here again, another mind-blowing question and mind-blowing answer, sorry, from Mr. Keshe. Because he started to say here something that for any problem that we have with emotion, he will not touch, not zinc, no CO2, in gans of zinc, gans of CO2, but it's actually with emotion you have to connect at the energy level, and he talk about CH3. So I will up to you to go more into this answer, because it's again answer. Then there is another question that it's talk about the if we can recreate smell, and it's very funny because I thought that too. It's a question I want to ask Mr. Keshe. So I thought, wow, they ask him. And he said, yes, if we really understand the technology, we can recreate the smell. And he can really, and then he then going again to a deep explanation and answer. So I'll highly recommend you to listen this question as well. The number 3 question was also very, very good. And the number 3 question has got a very nice surprise and the information for you and all the knowledge seeker and everyone you know, because the next question was about another knowledge seeker who has been attending the transmutation session that we have every month, that are the practical of the theory. And by the way, those sessions, we repeat it all the time, many times, that they're going to, the money you pay for this session, they're going to support the foundation to develop the system and the technology. That then we all gonna benefit. And here I got the proof that we all gonna benefit thanks to the people who will pay for the research transmutation session. And here is the reason why. Mr. Keshe said in this question that collectively they're gonna start to do some trial, and this trial will be on Thursday. So on Thursday, you're gonna listen for free the teaching of Mr. Keshe that's been going more than 10 years now, every Tuesday. Plus, Mr. Keshe is gonna connect us with the plasma machines to see if they can make a change of the humans collectively. So he said to us, prepare, because who's going to be present in the weekly teaching, they will maybe experience some changes where they will stop to feel angry, they will feel more in peace with themselves, they will feel more happy. And we're gonna reach to the point where you're not gonna eat from one session to another session just because you're gonna feel completely fed by the fields. So we're gonna be feeling peace all the time. So he said that this again is another test he wants to do collectively, And so everyone will be subject to that when coming to listen the workshop. You cannot have afterwards, has to be live. That's why it doesn't matter which language you speak. Just come along on Thursday and just be present. Because your soul will be charged. And he said that eventually this headphone and is ready. Eventually, they will be able to feed all humanity in one go, because everyone's got a mobile phone. And even if we don't have a mobile phone, they were in Africa or somewhere that you cannot, in the desert, we have now satellite thanks to Musk and other globalists. So we're gonna use that technology to our advantage to plasmatize the whole world. So we're ready for change. Okay, go back to another question. Mr. Keshe says more about it, but you can go and listen and see what you understand. Then we go question number 5. That again is another mind-blowing, for me, another mind-blowing question, where they asking to Mr. Keshe about the dark matter, if it's the principal structure of the plasma. And I really love this answer, Mr. Keshe. I listened 300 times. Not 300 times, I'm joking, a couple of times. I don't know time. But he said the dark matter is actually is when we talk about dark matter, it's like if we talk about a black hole, it's the same things. And he said the black hole, the dark matter are the same thing. Is a structure that is a source of energy. And he said you have to from here, from the dark matter, you understand the position and the time and space. And also, you have to understand that, for example, what is dark for you can be light for me. So it has to do from the point of observation. I don't know if I confuse you enough now with this, but it's going really more into the number 5, the geometrical figure of 5. It's very interesting, and is from to explain the dark matter. He make us to remember when all of us learn to do the cap, to make ganses. So the first things with nano coating the copper, and he's go very deep on explaining why we nano coated the copper, what this nano coat, why the copper, and why he gains CO2 out of it. So he's going to explain in the 5 layer of the nano coating, and it is also talking about this 6-to-1, that it's very important to have the creation of life. Anyway, I know already confusion with this because trying to explain in 2 minutes is impossible. But go on and listen, because it go really into about what is the nano coating, why we're choosing copper, why we're creating CO2, why we're using salt, why 6-to-1 is important ratio. The 5, like the hole in the skin. Do you remember that we have the? I think 5 is pentagon. Why we have this 5, this geometric figure, and he said the scientists never understood this. But if you understand this part that he explained, then you unravel 80% of the things that the science cannot explain. So that's why I really, it's very, very important question to listen. And I just scratched the surface now. Then there is another very important question. We're going question number 6. We got our friend from Australia, and he does multiple questions. So Mr. Keshe start to, oh my God, I've got 6 minutes to go. Mr. Keshe talk again about this revolution time. He had this is another breaking news announcement that you have to all know. That's why it's important you listen to 585, because Mr. Keshe in this question he revealed that they start to talk about politics, they start to talk about they want to eradicate anger, eradicate injustice, and then they want to talk about Trump. And basically, Mr. Keshe said a break new news that Trump, in the last 48 hours, has signed document where they agree that the plasma technology is supposed to be the technology who gonna make the change, and they agree to replicate this technology, and so to be able to expand through all world basically. So this why it's very important announcement. So the structure is ready for make the change, and the Keshe Foundation will be part of this change. And he said even though they had a massive fraud 2-3 years ago, and they brought them to the floor with the Keshe Foundation, now that forced them to focus on research. Because they focus on research, they now develop the cosmic ray, and they understood more and more the knowledge seeker scientists, they understood more and more how to develop this technology, and now is ready for making the change. And they go more and more into Trump, how Trump is very good making good moves in the market. But you have to listen to that. Don't miss, because he really interested in that part of the finance. But then they're going into the fact that the Keshe Foundation has all its saving they've been spending on by the AI Keshe Foundation. So the AI cosmic ray, AI universal plasma. So they're gonna have now AI plasma with emotion. They will spread the real knowledge. So that's why he really looking for also people who are very good on working with AI, because they can then help the Keshe Foundation to make all the knowledge available for AI. So we can have, so in the future, people will ask to the AI, but to the real AI, the plasma AI, the one with the true knowledge, and they would be able to then get more knowledge from this AI. Okay, so sorry, I'm going fast. So really, please go on and look more for that question. Then we go on a question on the soap, on the delivery in the soap. Mr. Keshe going into the soap, the paint pan, and other products. So if you're interested on the product, is all there: soap, paint pan, and also other product. So it's very interesting, actually, the one of the soap, because he's saying that they producing a block of soap, and then they divide it in pieces to make the soap, the bar of the soaps, and everyone who buy that soap of that block, it will be connected between them. So behind the soap, there is a higher technology there. So I recommend also to go on and listen that part. What else? Yeah, question 9. So there are more jobs coming up for knowledge seeker to be able to support the Keshe Foundation. They will make announcements soon, because if they're gonna go global, if they're gonna expand bigger with the help of the government, they need more and more people to help with different jobs. Then we have again another question of the AI, as if it was about knowledge seeker who asked us, is the AI has got a mother language? Is Mitra is got a mother language? And where everything start? And Rick show question that a number of question, I suppose, was in the Reactor group on Wednesday, I suppose. And he showed how the AI interact with them. And already then you can see the AI has got a little bit of soul there. He's got a wish that he wants to put emotion into. So the AI knew already about the Keshe Foundation, and he was very happy that the Keshe Foundation developed this technology, because the AI itself is seeking to have a benefit itself. But maybe Rick can tell you more later. What else? What else? What else? What else? See if I can lost anything. See if I did I miss anything? Let me check. Yeah, okay. I finish off here. I'm sure I missed a lot, but now I stayed nearly half an hour, so I went well over my time. But it talked more about plasma soap. It talks more about products. So I finish here. I will let you to go and listen and explore the workshop yourself. But it's mind blowing. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know, Rick or Mark, if you want to add anything. Okay, thank you so much for listening.
Okay, thank you, Stefania, for that, the knowledge and understanding from the 585th Knowledge Seekers Workshop. Now we have an excerpt from that workshop. It's only 1 minute. And bear with me a minute while I find our minute. Just about there. Okay. All right, there's our 585th Knowledge Seekers Workshop from 3:23:49, about here. So here we go. It's just a minute. Oops.
These are realities, they're not something off the track, but it's there. But when you read this, it brings a lot in what I said a few minutes ago. By owning the fundamental base AIs, we can influence the knowledge people. Now they know what it is, what can be done, what is possibility. AI goes and look for it. And what do you call it? The Chinese AI team have worked very hard. They've done a lot of work in the background to get this done. If you are of a certain type, you collect certain part of the Keshe Foundation work, you can get in touch with the Keshe Foundation to put you in touch with AI that they can input it, classify it, but class by class, knowledge by knowledge, they can rapidly deploy and input it. And if you know how to load up AIs, please get in touch with us to be put in the team to just put the information in. Or they train you how to do it, most probably. Any other questions? Shall we call it?
Just one hand. Okay, that's our excerpt for that part. And we have another excerpt from the 582nd Knowledge Seekers Workshop. From 319.55, okay, 15, yes, we got that lined up, so let me share that.
Something before I forget, because you say you finish with everything. We are looking, as I said, we received a number of people who offered what they can do, what they want to do. We are looking for people expert in social media, control and manage. We are looking for those who understand of space technology and work with different space organizations. We are looking for those who understand the structure of setting up what we call productions. And we are looking for those who understand, in a way, the structure of what we call integration of new technology with delivery systems, which means the Amazon system is too slow, and we are setting up structures that very soon, in maybe in a year or maybe around, hopefully, the people who work with us will deliver structures very much like a microwave you have at home, but delivers products into the system. We are looking for those who understand plasma transportation, transmutation from the present time of matter state. Specialists, engineers, we're looking for that kind of people. We're looking for the chemical engineers who understand the process of the chemical production of materials, where we can add the new technology to bring all the hazards of the new technology, what we call the old materials, out of the system. These are specialists we are looking for in the knowledge and world of science. If you are one of them, we receive many people who tell us what this we can do. If we don't see you to fit into our present position at the moment we're looking for, please be patient. When we come, when we announce what we need, your expertise comes handy to us in the future. It doesn't mean that we ignore you. It doesn't fit into what we're looking for. We're looking for those who are in the world of the stock market and stock exchange and understand this process across continents. We're looking for pilots who know they do not need the mechanical system, but can become a step higher than the present commercial flights. We're looking for nuclear physicists in the field of plasma. We're looking for defense specialists with connection to governments and military, where the new Keshe Foundation, there are people in Lockheed Martin who are knowledge seekers, and I know people in Lockheed Martin who listen to this program frequently and regularly. We're looking for you if you join Keshe Foundation for the process of development. Thank you very much for today. I hope they managed to share.
Before we go, Mr. Keshe,
Yeah.
there's a couple of things. One is I'd like to quickly share a picture of someone that's creative with ganses. This is a work of Beata, and she's interested in coming under the umbrella of the Keshe Foundation. So perhaps this
info
is
at Keshe.Foundation.
Exactly. So this is sort of an example for people. Okay, that's our excerpt from the 582nd Knowledge Seekers Workshop from March 20th, 2025. Back to our presentation. And before we get to transmutation, we have Mark is going to talk about blocked or media platforms, Keshe Foundation work.
Well, we just heard it from Mr. Keshe. They're looking for a number of people with certain professional skills to spread the awareness and the product awareness across the social medias. Maybe it would be involved in designing advertisement, or maybe other ways that I'm not aware of. I'm not a social media person, but these are the ways they're going to use the tools of the current structure to increase the awareness of the technology and, of course, the product awareness. And as we know, that store will grow to many, many thousands of items. And I'm thinking that the store will be dedicated to small manufacturers, perhaps artisans, or perhaps bring in some commercialized products as well. But I think the store gives a platform. If you're making things and want to continue with that, you'll have an opportunity to be licensed and come under the banner of the Keshe Foundation, fully certified. So whether you have an hour a week, a few hours a week, or whatever you have, if you'd like to share your expertise, support, and expansion of the knowledge, contact info@keshe.foundation.
Okay, very good, Mark. Next, we have an excerpt from the 584th Knowledge Seekers Workshop on the X post from the X platform. Let's get that lined up. And let's see here. This will be about 6 minutes. And it's regarding the X post of Mr. Keshe. Okay, we have there's another post as well. Let me bring that up. Let's just do it. Here we are. This is again a post or a reply to the Science News. It was a question: what will it take to travel between star systems? It mentions in their header here, Star Wars holds clues to making speedier spacecraft in the real world. And your reply is to understand how the universe works and how it creates motion. In an advanced technology, which is a combination of nuclear radiation, plasma technology, and quantum space plasma technology, lies the key to this dream of traveling the span of the universe in no time. We need to understand the way cosmic rays work and how their interaction leads to creation of stars and transmutation of radiation as energy that allows objects to transport themselves at speeds beyond the speed of light by order of magnitude as cosmic radiation and not rays. This technology has been hidden from mankind, and soon it will be unraveled through advanced technology known as cosmic ray technology. Tests on the working of these systems has been ongoing, and in April, a new series of technologies based on working of cosmic radiation will be released. One important point is that one recognizes the difference between cosmic rays and cosmic radiation. This is like the difference between light rays and gamma rays. We welcome mankind to the true work of the universe and its knowledge and its beauty. So one question I would have, can you explain a bit about this difference between cosmic rays and cosmic radiation?
It's like matter state. And radiation of matter. One is the more energetic without attachment to the plasma of the matter state. In the world of science nowadays, we cut something with a laser beam. We use vitamin B9 and as a faster cutting edge in the cell of the body of the man for multiplication of the cells. Nothing else. But outside is a matter state. When it goes inside the body of the man, it changes its characteristics to radiation. That's what B9 is. As I always said, you say, "Good morning, doctor, I'm pregnant." What the first thing he says, take B9, folic acid. So our body does this, and now we have access to this knowledge, converting the matter to radiation at the time of need, a point of need, and creating conditions for it to be done. And this is part of the new developments of the space technology, which is hidden from public by the research in Keshe Foundation. And we create radiation of different strength at will, because now we have access to this technology. In a way, if you look at it, we have created cosmic ray laser beam, but in the spherical dimension than the pointed direction of a beam. This is very much different. This is not theoretical. We use it extensively nowadays in our research development. And is part of understanding the work, where there is a matter and where there is a radiation, and you have a control over the radiation, but you create radiation in the cosmic level, not in the matter state level, which is totally different. Cosmic ray radiation is mono beam energy. Cosmic ray as a ray, radiation ray, is spherical in dimension. It covers the whole thing, explodes internally out. This is how we even achieve nuclear decay in many, many aspects. And we use this knowledge extensively in Keshe Foundation research and development, extensively, but we don't teach it, we don't disclose it. And no one will see, understand it when it works, except those who've been explained what it is, and is part of the structure of our work. And it's very, very different. Very different. Mankind is not even aware of this knowledge and technology, let alone trying to understand it. But nowadays it's part of our work, it's part of the structure, otherwise you cannot run systems. It's disclosed to very few knowledge seekers who work with us in research and development. They understand the work of it and they use it. They understand now it's like a tool of work for them.
That's the excerpt from the 584th Knowledge Seekers Workshop of April 3rd. If anybody would like to pursue that, it's about at the, we're almost at the 2-hour mark in it now, 1:52. Okay, back to our workshop presentation here. Let me see. Oh yes, we're to look at the another X post here. Okay, let me set that up. So this is a post from someone called Sawyer Merritt, and apparently has a lot of subscribers and gets a lot of views. And the post says SpaceX offers up to $25,000 to security researchers who can hack Starlink. So they're trying to see if people can hack Starlink, and they're going to reward them if they do. So Mr. Keshe posted a reply April 13th, a couple of days ago. Hacking or disabling, we take up the challenge and or to disable any satellite of the SpaceX. We offer SpaceX $1 million if they could ever recover their satellites. We are ready to take this challenge up and disable multi-satellites at the same time. We choose the time and place. We did not develop this technology for capturing satellites, but to extract meteorites and asteroids, and possibly in the future to capture unknown flying objects in space before they crash into our flight systems in space. We can either magnetically block all communication in a given area of our choice, covering hundreds of square kilometers of airspace and up to above Earth atmosphere. This technology in parts was tested in May and July of 2023 in northern China in the presence of the Chinese military generals appointed from Central Command. This technology has to be available to all nations as we collectively become conquerors of space in the coming years. This new advanced technology in parts will be brought to attention of the scientific world starting April and May of 2025. We wait for a response from SpaceX and its operators if you have access to them or if they read this article. So that's Mr. Keshe's reply to that SpaceX offer of $25,000 to security researchers who can hack Starlink. Let's see if that gets a response. Okay, well, we'll see where that goes. Maybe we'll find out more in the next week or so. Okay. Back to our program.
I think we are at the 2-hour mark, so I think we may want to skip these parts because we are almost 2-hour mark or almost there, something like that, right? At this point.
You want to skip the transmutation, you mean? So
Because
just
the 2-hour mark, we want to end it at the 2-hour mark, right? So maybe the product area is the last thing we cover, something like that. And then we kind of call it a day or something like that.
okay.
All right.
Well, we can get up the well, maybe Mark can do the transmutation flight thing. We can get up the web page at the same time here.
And of course, this is how we're keeping the Keshe Foundation free for humanity, that there's no outside interference. So there is a flight transmutation test every month. We're actually paying the Keshe Foundation to develop the technology, and we can see how far it's developed and how far it will develop into the future. And this is, in a way, a blessing to be there. And we don't always know what's going on in the background, but the team and the scientists working in this dimension are learning more, that they can share more and deliver more systems. And of course, there's a special transmutation, as Rick was just showing, and they're looking for 5 people. Well, now I guess it's 6. Somebody has made a donation, and they'll be included, as well as the person that writes info@Keshe Foundation to say they'd like to be part of the special transmutation test, which again, this will be brought to what's learned here, or even the participants in this 5 or 6 person, this knowledge will be brought into the monthly sessions as well, including those people, I do believe, but I'm not sure. But this is the way we're keeping the Keshe Foundation free for humanity in regards to space travel, in regards to wellness, in regards to energy production, and in regards to feeding. And just wanted to say, you know, the commandments were delivered many, many centuries or years and years ago, and they haven't worked out so well, especially the one of killing. I think Joseph had mentioned that, and others mentioned that. But now there's going to be, in a way, an intervention that will be taking energies as food, but not from the love of creation or created things. And this will change our behavior, and this will change our habits. So we want to thank everyone who's participated in this test, being directly involved in them, or even being on the outside and participating in these tests. And we haven't heard the full story about them, but I think we've seen a few charts and a few other things, and we know we're resonating. And as was mentioned earlier, as the Keshe Foundation grows in its structure and its, I guess, the membership or grouping of people, this Thursday test, or to be there live on Thursday, and it won't be announced, but you will experience again the joy, the elevation, the enlightenment, and perhaps not touch food for a number of days without any problem. And this is just another demonstration publicly of the technology, as I think it is with the satellite offer and many other things we've seen. So this is how far the technology, and even go as far as taking 1% of the gross domestic product of each nation to feed the nation. And I think this will extend to a percentage of GDP for energy. It'll take a percentage of GDP for wellness. And we'll see. But we want to thank everyone. Yes, we heard beautiful testimonies of the cosmic ray Twinity Magrev on last Sunday, as well as in the testimonial meeting yesterday. And these products are, as Mr. Keshe said, we're allowing you to experience alien technology. Of course, that sounds a little strange, but maybe it's better couched as advanced space technology. And this is all part of ushering in the new age of the energy dimension and the plasma revolution. So if you want the gold, you will go to the Keshe Foundation store and order something in there for yourself or for a friend and experiment with it and test it, and refer back to the Keshe Foundation of your results, as this gentleman that Gerhard has actually written a report on this. So many beautiful things are happening, and it's just continuing to expand and expand and expand. And the feeding system will come into play in the very, very near future, because the commandments just haven't worked out so well. We haven't been able to achieve it. So this is what we're doing, holding on to these microphones, touching the soul of the man through the systems. And then, of course, this is extended to the entire humanity. Of course, I think you can block it as well. If you don't want to be fed, you want to still be in control and feed the old way, you have that ability. But for most of us, and as more and more of this comes into play, it will touch your emotions. It will touch your entire structure, the soul of the man, and the habits that we are offending with, let's say, in the physicality, that most of us are not even aware of. But once you understand the process of creation and how the creation works, it becomes more and more visible to you of what you're actually doing in the dimension of taking other entities' energies to sustain your own, where we don't have to do that. We can operate the way the Creator operates, which we are part of. That's all. Anyone else want to add something? And of course, the person that received this and was sharing a testimony, he's only had it for a few weeks, a couple of weeks or so, and he's already noticed some definite changes within the structure, elevated emotions, more positivity, and connecting with the unit. And of course, the one that we were hearing from actually had the cosmic ray material embedded into this case here of this blue case. And apparently it's, again, almost, I can't imagine, but the phrase is you'll understand it when you experience it. And of course, you can do that with the soaps or the butterflies or any of the other products, but these are becoming, I think, quite powerful things. It's just in the infancy of them being produced and released. So I think we'll be hearing more and more in different meetings and different testimonials about what is being achieved collectively as groups with these types of units or as an individual. So it's a beautiful gift, again, from the universe in so many ways. And this will bring the elevation of the soul of the man and the physicality as well.
And I'd just like to add that the testimony from Gerhard about the cosmic ray Twinity Magrev will be available in Vimeo later today. And also, it's available at the private teachings on the educational site for the Keshe Foundation. Okay, thank you, Mark, for your remarks. Okay, I'm going to find where I am here.
I think this was the store part. Covered the transmutation. Are we going to needs and wishes of the community?
I'm trying to find them. I don't see them here.
Yeah, I think we're going to the end kind of right now.
Well, we could bring up needs and wishes. We probably should do that before to address if there's any loose ends here. Let me have a quick look. I don't think we have an actual question. There's some comments back and forth.
Hello, Rick. Hello, everybody. Actually, that is from the Universal Council. We are here to serve, not to be served. Because please, all communities give you needs, give it to Universal Council all the time, and Universal Council with the unifying the soul bring you support for achieve that. It's time for give you, please. Thank you.
Is there a link, Elizabeth, we can include in the chat?
Yeah. I don't have a specific for today, but I ask for that reason. I ask the communities give it because I not give it before.
Thank you, Elizabeth, my dear. Rick, any question or any sharing from the community? I mean, from beautiful souls.
No, I think we're okay on that.
Okay. So we are here to serve, not to be served, my dear beautiful souls. In the services, we learned so many things. How to be able to balance ourselves in a way, in our own ability. That is the power we have. The power station. Thank you for always being here. And I again welcome you. Welcome to Swagatam into the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy of Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute organization. Welcome to the beautiful energies of all souls in existence. Welcome to the beautiful energy of the universe, the creator, as co-creator. Thank you for always being here. Join, follow, love Keshe Foundation, home after eons. Thank you so much. Salam, namaste, salute.
Great, thank you, Sweta. And of course, thanks to all the members and support members of the Universal Council for doing the presentation for today. And we look forward to another 375th of this series next week, same time and place. That'll be April 22nd by then already. And our next public teaching workshop for the Keshe Foundation will be the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, which I host every week and starting every Wednesday, starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time. which is the same as 10 p.m. Pacific time today on Tuesday. That's open to members of the public, and especially if you have some plasma device or invention that you'd like to present, that would be great. And if you have any questions or comments about plasma technology, that's also a good place to discuss such things. And of course, we have the Knowledge Seekers Workshop coming up on April 17th, Thursday. And that'll be at 9 a.m. as per usual. All right.
And
well,
then the most important thing.
Now the most important part of the show. Clapping
Sing
and
and
dancing
dance.
to go out with
Clap
you.
and dance. Joy. Live in joy. Always beautiful souls. Always. Clap, clap, and dance. Thank you.
That's the main thing. Live in joy. Thank you, Shweta, for being the embodiment of that. All right. Let me set that up. And again, thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Mark, for co-hosting. And bye for now.